start this session with automation test generation modes from the KaneAI. Okay, so in my the previous introductory session of KaneAI, given overview on the three test modes that mm, I see based out of my study and analysis. So I'm going to explain in detail about those tests and followed by the demo of each test with the examples so that you can easily connect. Okay, let's begin with. So this is my envision that I have framed it over here based on my exploration on the Keen AI and its functions in the automation test development. Okay, so as I said, it's a NLP based tool. It accepts the commands and the inputs in the natural language format, and it generates the tests that we do in our the traditional model. Okay, but in this fashion they have taken in a different approach where you will not have option to touch any of the objects or perform manually going to the particular object and learn and putting the script statement. So that is the eliminated only directly. You can give the inputs, or you can start the recording, or you can do the some series of commands. Okay, so out of this out of that the study and analysis, I came up with the three approaches, and each one I named it as a prompt driven script, and the second one is the objective driven script, third one is the test driven script. Okay, uh, so this journey starts from this particular test journey starts from the test manager side. Okay, now let's start with the prompt driven test. So here, so it will accept the natural language prompts like enter a launch the application so and so, enter a value in this so and so field, perform click operation on so and so button, like that it will accept. So you don't need to write any of the script, only just plain simple language, and you can give it, and it will process it like other AI instant chatbots. Okay, so that one, but additionally it creates the test while it processes the steps. Okay, but whereas in other instance it is only process and give the response back, because that is the function how that is the test design. But in this one they have embed the performing the generating the test and performing the actions on the application, so that they have embedded into the King AI. Okay, so when coming to the the facilities, what facilities see it gives, and facilities means what it provides. Okay, for the the test development during this particular category of test. Okay, one is action preview. Action preview means, okay, you are given the command, but how it is. So end user wanted to see. So it will automatically launch the application and it will perform the action on that application. Okay, I'll show you in the the demo, but it's a kind of the recording mode of that particular application of the given step. Okay, and also visual path analysis. So they have implemented certain mechanism behind uniquely identifying the objects, and it's a kind of XPath format, and how that is fit into that existing your existing model that you need to materialize, and accordingly you need to adapt, and you need to customize so that it will fit to already built code. Okay, so that is one thing. When coming to the there are additional the conditional statements also. You can give the simple command, hey, if so and so, and else so and so. So that kind of the commands you can give it in the natural language format, and it will the process and perform the actions, and simplifies step modification and sequencing. So suppose sometimes you may wanted to reorder the steps, that also you can do it, or you wanted to edit, but also you can do it. So that kind of the test of modifications and management they are given very easily. And then a manual interaction mode, that means manual interaction mode means suppose you have given certain commands and it has generated the script, but uh, you wanted to operate on that application, and corresponding the test step to be created. So that facility also they have provided. So the moment when you switch over to the manual interaction and a recording mode will invoke, you can perform the operations on given application. Okay, like the traditional recording mode does. Okay, but in additional, it will generate the test behind that one, and which is similar to the above given the prompt based test. Okay, so that is, and the highlight that I would say from this particular test is capable of handling sequential steps in a single input to the generate steps. So there is another way, another approach they have also given. The first approach in this particular is you just give step by step, but the second approach is you have certain steps are there, sequential steps, which has the inputs and everything is clear. For example, um, hey, launch the application and provide the inputs in the so and so fields. Select the checkbox of so and so, and select the radio button, and submit the form, or click on so and so button. When coming to the login, hey, enter values in the username and password, and uncheck the login checkbox, and remember checkbox, and click on the sign in button. So instead of given one by one, you are given all in a sequential manner. So it has taken those as at a one input and generated will generate the test. Okay, so that kind of a facility that they have given, so that is useful in certain instances. Okay, so that is about what is the the benefit that it provides is, so enables the significant efficiency during development. And obviously we are seeing that one the script, the development of the script is elimination, but it has its own refactoring of the script according to your the framework is needed. Okay, and then the AI agent is expected to be helpful in handling complex actions and validations. Yeah, so we still have to, since it is in the beta, so we still have to explore on the complex, but obviously it has the positive side to handle the complex operations. Okay, because the core and the main, and it is able to process, but the complex any kind of complex related actions, the definitely it is going to perform. So because it is already the proved medium level the tasks it is handling. Okay, so this is about the prompt driven script. That means you are giving the prompt and generating the test. Okay, so that's about the prompt driven script, and I'm going to walk through in the upcoming short sessions. Okay, so the next is object driven script. Okay, fine. So in this object driven script, so uh, NL means NL objective to the script. Okay. Mm, so here you need to provide the user's natural language objectives with the target actions. So the objective that you are providing in natural language, but it should be a the precise and right manner, so that it will accept and give the the results. How the object is, hey, uh, launch so and so application, provide username and password, and log into the system. Okay, and the access the about, and perform this so and so validation. So that means you are instructing the AI system, giving a certain objective. Okay, instead of writing single step, you are just giving entire thing in a one a single object, and asking the system to generate a script. Okay, and also it will allow you to modify, and it will allow you to rearrange once it is once it is under construction. Okay, so the basically it expects the inputs, actions, and error messages and constraints. Constraints means sometimes in your the test you don't want to enter values in the particular edit box, or you wanted to for a particular element you wanted to have a the constraint. Okay, hey, is this object should be in disabled state by default. That means that is a kind of the concept specific to the scenario. Okay, like that you can provide, or it will treat based on your objective, and it will categorize according to these sections. One is inputs, actions, errors, and constraints. And then this particular driven also, so this particular test also enables for manual interaction. Suppose your object is created and you wanted to edit, or you wanted to modify, and you will have to enter into the edit the step screen, and you need to uh, invoke this manual interaction that will be getting to the recording mode and asking you to save once it is completed. That is, and the beauty of this particular the test is accurate objectives yield precise results. That means if you're giving the correct objective, and definitely it will generate the precise results as you need. Okay. Not only this system, if you accept any any AI, the system, the more clarity you give in the um inputs, the precise you will get the results. That means the results that you expect is very close that you are expecting. Okay. So suppose you are given very ambiguous the statement, ambiguous objective, the result is obviously bad only. Okay. So that's why whoever is developing this kind of the models, they're expecting that the clean the data for training, so that the AI system will shape up in a better way, and it will give the results as close as a human give. Okay. So that's the the expectation for the AI systems. So, and next is, this is mainly what my envision is after studying this one. Okay. In our the assignments, you may have a quick test. You may have, suppose you have an application is started, and you do not have any test, but you need to have a one basic test that ensures the given build is working fine or not. So maybe you can include the basic flows, but it touches the entire flow. So those kind of the tests, we call it as a build verification test. So in order to generate those tests, either you have to write manually, or you have to write a script, then that. So in such cases, suppose this kind of a feature, this kind of, if you're giving certain objective, it will generate the particular case for that one. Okay, suppose you have a the user story and new feature is added. You wanted to have a one basic test. That means the build is ready. They'll check it, or they will put it in the any kind of the pipeline. So for that reason, you may create one basic test using that one, and you don't need to create any step. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And then the sort of GUI test generation. Suppose you have a 10 fields, and you need to validate all those 10 fields one by one. Okay, for that one you have to write the steps, and you need to ensure that one everything is as expected. Okay, so in order to do that one, either you have to write the steps, or you have to write the script. So those kind of things you need to do it. But using this objective mode, if you can give, hey, launch this application and validate so and so fields are visible or not. So if you are giving that object, what it does is, whatever the fields that you have mentioned, it will automatically create the visible assertion, and the script will be ready. Okay, quickly. Normally, suppose if any new screen is generated, what the basics test is, it's a kind of the GUI before getting into uh, the functional validation of this particular component. Okay, so that's I'm referring to. And one more thing is open to creative test scenarios. Suppose this objective, what I meant uh, here is, suppose instead of going to the the traditional, the functional way. So you can, apply your, the creativity and generate the tests, so that it will cover, all the modes, all the areas, so that, it will ensure the quality of the particular component. But it has a scope, and based on your application, based on the business of the particular component, so we can generate, a different kind of a different kind of tests, in addition to the functional test that you, uh, plan usually. Okay, so this is the thought I have on this objective driven test, where it is useful. So you may have, these three areas. Okay, and the next is, this is the one. So test-driven script. This is, process NLP based steps, execute steps in the, in given order. Suppose you have a test manager and you are running the Lambda test ecosystem, and your manual test case are exported from the, Excel sheet to the, the test manager, and you have to build a script for that one. So either, again, you have to start the KineAI journey from the beginning, and by giving the steps manually. That is again a redundant effort. And the beauty is here is, the moment the script is, the steps are available, you will have an option to start building the test for that particular test case, manual test case. Okay, so the journey will start from the test manager, and then it will allow you to land on the Keen AI, and then it will process those steps and mm, generate the test. So that's the mode that I see based on my exploration and, analysis. Okay, so like other modes, it always, implements validations, step modifications, and even manual interaction. So you can do it. Okay, for a particular step you don't know how to do it, that is not generating based on the given NLP input. So what you have to do is, you switch over to the manual interaction, and then start interacting on the application. So the highlight that I see is test to script generation enhances the AI isn't, the experience. Yeah, definitely it is an additional, the experience that I felt, and it is useful for the customers who doesn't have any test suite earlier, but using the test manager. Okay, and then you have, you see the results, efficient test automation generation. Okay, suppose your suite is not there, this is the first time that definitely you will have an edge while generating the script. And auto step reading and script generation accelerate the creation process. Yeah, so the steps already uh, available. Only the moment when you land on the Kine AI via this route, it has to automatically read, and it will read and generate the test. So obviously it accelerates the creation process. Okay, so these are the three modes that I have from the Kine AI, the test agent. Okay, so in the next three sessions, I'm going to give give a demo on one example, so that you can understand from where I'm going and where I'm going to, land it, what we are going to achieve it. Okay, so that's all I have from the automation test generation modes from the Kine AI, and I'll catch you in the next session. Thank you.